In this video, I'll tell you about one simple trick that might help you find mistakes in your paint jobs.
Warning, Uncle Adam is not a professional. He's usually not even very good. Try any and all of Uncle Adam's pro tips at your own risk. Void where prohibited. Uncle Adam is not actually an uncle.
Now this is going to sound dumb, but it's always worked for me, and those of you out there who are veterans have probably noticed this sort of strange phenomenon as well. And if you have, mention it in the comments below so that the newer painters can maybe take this to heart. This has happened to me, I can't tell you how many times. I get done with a piece that I've been working on, something I've been painting, and I have got it, basically it's done. Like even the rim around the base and the whole deal, everything is finished. I probably haven't, and this is probably lucky, but I probably haven't spray sealed it yet with a varnish, like a matte varnish. I like to use Tester's Dull Coat. You may use whatever you use, but the fact is I haven't done that part yet. It's more often than not good to shoot pictures of your models before you put the spray stuff on. People who are painting for competitions, they don't even spray the finish, the varnish, usually over their models. They more often than not want to keep the bare paint surface because that's what they want. I generally do it because I use my pieces for gaming, and then you want to protect the paint job. You know, you're putting it in a case and touching it with your greasy, filthy fingers and all that kind of stuff. So I normally shoot, though, pictures before I have put on the varnish. And that's where sometimes the trouble begins. What happens is if you've got this completely finished model, you're quite happy with it. You're never completely happy with it. You should never be absolutely perfect. This, I could have not done any better. That should never happen. But you're pretty happy with the way it turned out. And so you've wanted to take some pictures, maybe show it on something like the Tabletop Minions Paint Showcase Club on Facebook, or you want to show it to your friends, or whatever you want to do. And you shoot the pictures, and then you go in maybe into Photoshop and you start doing some editing, or you're using an app on your phone to do the the tweaking and this and that and the other thing. And that's when you notice the mistake. You notice. And the first couple of times I saw this, I just chalked it up to like, oh, well, that's just a glitch in the camera or something in my software. But no, you see the picture, and now you notice that the hilt of that sword, you forgot to paint the little knob on the end. Or, you forgot to put, there's no wash on the bolter. Or there's some little detail, some weird little thing that you completely missed. And you've missed it over and over and over again, all the hours that you've been painting and working on this model, looking at it a foot away from your face. It just doesn't make any sense. You don't see these details. It's something about the forest for the trees, let's just put it that way. But when you take a picture, it almost always jumps out at you. That mistake, that little thing pops out. And there's probably either physics or psychology or I don't know, some sort of science involved. I don't know what it is, but I have come to depend on it at this point now. When I get done with or what I think to be done with a model, I more often than not just take some quick pictures of it just to see, because a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times, I'll look at the pictures and go, oh, I forgot that foot. Not the whole foot, but there's some little detail, something that when you look at the model and you've got it in front of you, you're like, yeah, this is great. And there's something that your brain does where it just sort of just makes it all look good for whatever reason. Maybe because you've been working on it for like a really long time and you want to not be doing that anymore. You want to move on to the next model. But something about your brain just sort of tricks you and goes, yep, that's awesome. You did a great job. And then you take the picture and the pixels can't lie. And so my pro tip here is that when you think you've gotten done with your model and you think you've got it all set up and ready to go, and you're going to maybe start throwing some varnish on there and then move on to the next thing, shoot some pictures, even just with your cell phone. Do something. I've talked to you before about how to make a light box. You can see that video up here. Pachow. Do something like that. Build yourself a simple light box, or just get near a window and set up like a piece of paper or whatever. Something. Don't use the flash. The flash makes everything look terrible. But just take a picture, a couple of pictures, a couple different angles, and then look at the pictures, and you'll be surprised how many times you will catch mistakes that you didn't notice when it was right there in front of you.